quick. It was just a matter of days. I was like,
I've come to realize something with this corona. It might not show up, but when it shows up,
bro,
unasikia tu he had a breathing problem, then he died. Evil too.
So many.
Oh, he has a breathing problem. They were taken to ICU.
Done.
That's how bad this disease is.
Do you know, actually, when was it? This weekend, I think this was waking up into Saturday. All right? Waking up into Saturday. In 24 hours, 4 doctors had gone. 4. One who I hear in 2 days, it was done. He was a dentist. There's a video of him at singing at an event. And he sang and he was having a good time. The next day, he's going to the hospital. The next day, bye.
Gone. Very sad.
2 days.
And even the worst story is this one for Honorable Matungu MP.
Yeah.
Justus Murunga.
Yeah.
It was just okay.
Alikuwa sawa.
He had a breathing problem. Now, in his constituency, Matungu Subdivisional Hospital, no oxygen.
Whatsoever?
Yes.
How?
So they could not even admit him.
How?
Because there was no oxygen.
How?
And within 2-3 days, 3 minutes, 5, Mheshimiwa is gone.
Guys, it's real.
This thing is real, so just take care of her.
Kindly.
Keep on masking, keep on social distancing. Just try, whichever way. I know it's hard.
Yep.
Even for us here talking to you, it is hard because of family. We have friends, we have places you want to go. We have, and since it's becoming hard, there are small things you must do.
Definitely.
Kitu kama mask nini,
Mask
please
is
try.
non-negotiable.
Yes.
Kindly.
Uh-huh.
Utajipata umechapa hizi test kama 100.
I'm telling
And
you.
the heart attack before you do every single one. Ukisema, hey, is today gonna be that day?
Can you imagine there's no oxygen in the whole of Matungu?
How?
That even the MP himself could not
How?
access oxygen. If the doctors know that we are exposed,
Yeah.
all right?
Yeah.
They're also trading very carefully.
Yeah.
They're coming very carefully in how they handle you.
Yeah.
You understand? So they might not even come in full. Najua? If I know this is where my death is going to come from, I'll also not just walk in. And that's why the number of people who are going to die, the ripple effect.
Do you know, as it is, and this is something we've talked about with Daktari before, the ratio of patient to doctors in Kenya is terrible. As it is, these guys are, first of all, understaffed. There are very few doctors.
Yes.
They're now being exposed unnecessarily because
Yes.
the necessary equipment, the protective equipment that they need to fight this pandemic for us, because nobody else can fight it for us, by the way. Only they can fight it for us. It's not even getting to them.
So we are understaffed, eh?
We are understaffed, we're exposed, and you guys don't care.
What?
Their salaries are still not being paid. They're working hours on end, exposed. What are you telling me?
And you think they will care?
You know, this is yani to the point. This is a lack of humanity. How are we even allowing this to happen? How is it happening? Number two, you're trying to tell us we're going to come up with 110 billion for I don't know what. In the middle of a pandemic where we're not even equipping our only frontline soldiers. For what reason? Just call me. Nimejam sana. Unasikia watu wanasema, how can you allow? Mtu anasema, you know what guys, get your affairs in order. Hapa tunaenda kudedi. This is madness. 0711 046 100.
The very close one to me actually tested positive. All right. At that point, she was told to self-isolate.
Yeah.
All right. And she can't remember going to gatherings or where or nini. So she actually told me I got COVID from my patients. Okay.
At work.
At work.
Doing what I have to do.
This is what I signed for. I signed to go treat people. But in the line of duty, the risk that I am facing, and I know I can die anytime. And I see patients who come, there's no oxygen. Patients who come, there are no beds. Patients who come, all right. What makes me special? The day I catch COVID, you guys just continue praying for me. She told me she wasn't that bad at that time, and she was self-isolating. But she had seen her colleagues pass on doing what they signed for. And it's just simple negligence. PPE hakuna, recycling.
How is there no PPE?
recycling of masks, no sanitizer. No, yani, they're going to a war. It's like going to a war.
Without a gun.
Without a gun. Watch at a gun.
The guy,
without a uniform.
The
PPE, unajua ndio uniform.
Yes. It's
PPE,
your shield.
That is your first shield is your PPE. Just like a soldier, your first shield is the uniform and the Kevlar.
These guys are going to fight what is like a nuclear war. Without even a shield.
Without even a shield.
How is that possible?
Umeingia vita ukiwa uchi. You are naked in Somalia.
And let me tell you, the unfortunate thing is, the people who need the PPEs the most, the PPEs are in this country, Jalango. They are there. They have been sent by donors. The government has bought. Money has been given for them to be bought. Why are they not getting to the people who need them fast?
If there's one situation that got the best response from the whole world,
yes,
was this corona situation.
Of course.
Kenya has received more money from the donors and supporters and just well-wishers
than
any other person. And we cannot even find PPEs. Doctors are dying.
How are we living in a society in the middle of a pandemic and doctors are saying, guess what? We are exposed. We are on our own.
We are writing our wills.
Prepare to die.
Jesus.
I have Dr. Rain on the line. I want us to talk to him. If this is not hitting home for you by the na kuna msee anaweza kuambia maneno ya BBI now, get out of here.
And you know
so
one thing.
Stressed.
And you know one thing about that video. You could feel it in his heart. You could see it in his eyes, what he was talking about. And the saddest things to confirm that his video was actually true. No single evening are the numbers of deaths being called without having a doctor or a nurse or anybody in the front line dying.
Do you know, Friday, kuamkia Saturday, 24 hours, 4 senior doctors left.
Can you imagine?
I want to play for you guys this video. And you know what hurt me the most is when he was talking to his fellow medical practitioners and those in the wider medical field, and he said, you know what? We're on the front line. We are alone. Put your affairs in order. Prepare. It's essentially like prepare to die. Just listen to it. And if that doesn't have you thinking, I don't know. But this here morning, doctors are under siege. They're calling themselves endangered species.
Yesterday.
Hello.
Morning, Daktari.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Maze?
Yourself?
Niko Salama. I'm here with Jalas.
Good Jalat.
How are you doing, brother?
Niko Salama. I'm good. Yourself?
Hey, Maze, we saw a video. I saw your video. We have all seen your video. I cannot lie to you. Daktari, you have us all shook and extremely worried for you. And what's happening when you're telling doctors that, you know what, put your affairs in order, because the way it's looking, we are going to be the frontline fatality.
So that was just me echoing what every healthcare worker. I don't want it to just limit it to only doctors.
Yeah.
We seem to concentrate only when we lose a doctor's life. Yet there's nurses, there's clinical officers, there's farm techs, there's lab techs. There's so many people that comprise in a hospital, and they're also, at risk, and they also expose themselves being on the front line. So yesterday's message was just me releasing or just expressing the truth that we sort of sat down as doctors on the WhatsApp groups. And, there's just a lot of bickering back and forth on the WhatsApp group about what should be done. This is the reality. And we all just basically said, guys, we are on our own. Let's not fool ourselves. In the likelihood that one of us requires hospitalization, we are basically on our own. And it's actually not only doctors, but it's Kenyans. It's you and me. Right now, NHIF and insurance is not covering. So if, God forbid, any one of you gets sick, you can't expect your insurance to cover your health treatment for COVID-19. So all in all, it's applied for all Kenyans. It's something that is sad, but it's the reality that we doctors face. It's a reality that all Kenyans are facing right now.
Let me ask you, Daktari, are doctors being dangerously exposed to this virus? Leave just alone being on the front line. but the lack of the necessary equipment you guys need to protect yourselves as you're treating those who are sick.
What's the situation?
The situation is dire because, you see, we have this thing of you put doctors in one category, you put nurses in one category. You leave a notice. When a doctor issues a strike, it will be the doctor's strike notice. When the nurses issue a strike, it's the nurse's strike notice. Yet, in the workplace, all of us are treating the same patient. So you find that the equipment or the PPEs that are provided are not provided equally. The doctors might lack. You might have a situation where the nurses have, or the opposite, where all of us lack. But the issue has been the quality of the PPE. Very substandard stuff. I mean, we've gotten gowns that are similar to these bags that we do our shopping with. You know, these like not the plastic bags, but the others.
Are you serious?
So, yes, this is fact, and this has been happening even before the whole issue with Kemsa and the scandal. I mean, we've sent around videos of the quality of these PPEs. We've sent around the masks, the so-called N95 masks that we got that are just useless. And, once the video went viral, of course, I got a lot of info from other healthcare workers. I mean, people are given an N95 mask to use for 3 weeks. For 3 weeks, you're supposed to use the N95 mask.
That's not
and what for that, an employer says, we've given you a mask, there it is, we will replace it in 3 weeks. So you can imagine if you're treating a COVID-19 patient or somebody who is suspected to have COVID-19 and they have the virus and you're recycling this mask for 3 weeks, what is the chance that you're going to get COVID? It's very high, and that's why we're having such a high number of healthcare workers getting this disease.
Wow.